In the next 3 minutes, I'm going to show you how to create the perfect California blonde. So what you want to do is start in the back of the head. Never forget to highlight right around the base, so when they pull their hair up in a ponytail, there's color. So I paint directly into the middle of the hair, fade all the way down to the edges. And what I like to do is build it to where it's a little heavier on the edges, sort of like the sun would do at the beach. Now we're going in for the money shot, the hairline. You want to use a light hand right around that hairline, but focus a lot of color. And again, building down, adding a little pop at the edges, but you want to be really light-handed right around that hairline. I like to brighten it, but you don't want it to look stripy. The overall effect should be nice and beachy and soft. As I work my way up, I take the next section and lay it on top of the last section. You can use cotton to separate the hair if you'd like. I've been doing this a while, so I'm comfortable with not using cotton. It's all about saturation. Because I didn't use too much lightener on the hair, it's not going to stick on the other section. It's really important to work very clean. Whenever I'm working with a client that's new to balayage, I always like to give them a quick education. So when they're sitting in the chair and they see all of these white stripes on top of their head, they're like, oh my god, I'm going to walk out of here looking like a zebra. I always let them know that it's going to look a lot lighter when we're doing it than when we rinse it out, because the overall effect is so much softer. One of the great things about balayage is you can see when you want to do a touch-up. Clearly these highlights have grown out, and I can easily retouch the roots and not overlap too much. This is a client that's been with me for a while, so the placement is exactly where I want it. I used the Pyrex dish to create a nice clean film, and then when I put the line on the brush, it's perfect. One thing that makes this technique so great is how quickly you can move from one highlight to the next, working your way up the head from the bottom to the top. We're almost there. So once I put all the highlights in, I take the elastic off of a normal processing cap to create a nice clean sheet of plastic. I have my client hold her finger on her forehead and I clip it in the back. You want to make sure that this does not move.